Hello, welcome back. Let's say you have a car and you don't have the option of doing a HELOC or a PLOC. There's another way that you can actually pay that car off in record time using the velocity banking method. But I need you to give me one moment. I'll be right back.
I'm a stranger,
Okay, welcome back. As I stated before, let's say you have a car. In this case, this person has a $27,000 vehicle that they owe on. Now they have a 5% interest rate, which is a great rate, but they have 6 years on that car. Now, as I always tell you, you already know that whenever you have an extended term, you're going to find yourself paying so much money in interest. The goal is to limit the term, giving less to the interest and more towards the principal over time. In this case, here, look at this person. They bring in $4,200 a month. Their expenses are $3,700 a month. You guys, it's simple and easy. They're going off of their cash flow. Their cash flow is $500 a month. That is key right there. As long as you make more than you spend, you're a candidate for a velocity banking method. In this situation here, look, this is their car payment a month. It is $425. Now, after doing all the calculations, when you do this, you're going to realize that $248 of that is going towards the principal, because once again, they have a 5% interest rate. So it's less interest. Well, if it's 8%, it's going to be more towards the interest, less towards the principal. But anyway, in this case, we're taking $177, which is going directly towards the interest. That is basically the bank's way of saying, hey, you borrowed my money, I'm going to charge you interest to borrow that money. Now that $177 is going to come out every single month like clockwork, because remember, with a loan, it is front loaded with interest, which means the bank is going to get their portion out first, then you'll begin to work on paying off your vehicle. In this case, with it being 6 years, by year 2, you should start hitting more of the principal. But the goal here is to get you out of that cycle where you're not spending 6 years giving them more interest and you're paying it off in record time. This case, we're going to shoot for 3 years, 7 months to 4 years. Okay, let's go back to the chart. That $500 they have left over at the end of every single month, once they paid all their bills, their subscriptions, their fund money. Remember, always include what I call fund money. With velocity banking, the goal is to help you to see that you're paying down your debt, but while you're paying down your debt, you're not living on the bean diet, okay? You're able to go out and enjoy things, movies, date nights, maybe getting your nails, things like that done. Now, I will say this, don't be excessive, because the more that you can put towards your debt, you're gonna pay it off that much quicker. But in this case, let's say maybe she has about $200 a month. That's more than enough to get you past where you feel like that you're actually being rewarded as you're paying off your debt. Another thing, I've had folks that have a really difficult time staying on the budget. I'm like, this is your fund money. We've went through your budget. We see where you're at. And I find they're still dipping. You guys, I'm gonna make a suggestion here. If you know you have a habit of spending a little extra and going above your fund money, I'm gonna suggest you take that money out of the account. Let's say if it's $250, take the $250 out and put it in the envelope. When that envelope is empty, guess what? You don't go back in the bank. You realize that this is what I have for the month to have all the fun I want to have, to do what I want to do. But when the $250 is gone, it's simply gone. You don't want to find yourself taking up speed, picking up momentum, paying off your bills, but then you're struggling because you're overspending when it comes to your fund money. Therefore, you're going back into your bank account. So I'm going to suggest every single month as you're doing this method, take out your fund money, put it in an envelope. When the fund money is gone, even if it's gone within the first 3 weeks, you guys, it's only for a month. That means you can't spend anything else, okay? But I digress, I'm gonna come back on. But this person right here, we're gonna inject basically $500 extra into that car payment every single month. So you're gonna call the bank and say, hey, listen, I paid my $425, you've taken out your $177 for interest, $240 has been applied to my principal. However, I'm sending you $500. I want you to put that directly on my principal, not on the interest, because you guys, that's going to give them more money, not on the total amount due. No, you want to be specific and say, I want this going towards my principal. You guys, in my situation, in my bank, they have a part where it says you make your payment and it'll say additional. That's your principal. You make sure you click that and you send that $500 to the additional. Therefore, what you're doing is that you're gnawing away at that principal. As that principal goes down, the interest, you guys are going to be able to collect less and less and less of interest. So in this situation, we have done this $500 every single month going towards the principal. After we make our $425 payment, if you continue this cycle, you can pay off that car, not in 6 years, not in 5 years, we're talking 3.7 years. That beats going into a car for 6 years any day. And once you paid it off early, guess what? You can spend those next 2 years saving. You can put that $500 times that by 12. That's $6,000 in 1 year you can save. That'll at least get you towards a down payment for a home or get you in that right direction. Let's say you spend 2 years, that's $12,000. But I will say this, make sure that you have a strategy in place. Therefore, you're not blowing through your money, you're not spending your money, you're allocating your money, telling it where to go, so you don't wonder where it went. Okay, until the next time, until the next video, you don't have to have a HELOC or a PLOC. If you're disciplined, you have a little bit of savings at the end of the month, apply that towards your principal. Anytime you can apply anything extra towards your principal, it's going to get you out of that loan that much quicker. Now, if you found value in this video, I'm going to ask you to do something. Smash that like button. Subscribe, share. Sharing is caring. Everybody should be able to know that you can pay off your bills in record time. You don't have to be stuck just because they tell you it's a 6-year term. You can get out of that 6-year term. But remember, you have to make more than you spend, and you have to be disciplined. Okay, till the next time, I'm Jewel, your financial freedom friend. I'm here until you win. Bye-bye.